Hey guys, Veebat here with another V-Plays, and yeah, we finally got it, the Batwing, the BVP Project 210. Now, this aircraft only has two 20mm cannons, but those 20mm cannons are doing 200 damage a second and ranging out to 2,600 feet. In addition to that, we get the same air-to-air rockets that we got on the 262, and while the altitude performance isn't stellar on this airframe, it is going to do fairly well above its maximum optimal altitude. So even though this is a multi-role fighter, this thing is meant to shoot down aircraft, and you can see that rate of fire is pretty good, centrally mounted guns, and the rockets mean that if you ever get into a fight where you need a lot of firepower for a good head-on pass, you definitely have it. We actually have the Rocketeer skill on this aircraft, and despite the fact that we have a lower maximum altitude than most fighters, we are going to be putting ourselves up to about 5,000 plus and faring just fine with this airframe. Oof. The other nice thing about this aircraft is as a multi-role, most people don't expect you to be able to turn like this. And while you're not out-turning too many aircraft, you can out-turn most multi-roles. With the current configuration, we're looking at a 10 and some change turn time, and the speed of the aircraft is nothing to turn your nose up at either. Here we go. That's a player. No need for names. And you can see we're able to catch up to this 262 HT2 as he's out of position right now. If he doesn't notice I'm here, I should be able to catch him unawares. I think he knows I'm here though. Well, I definitely gave him a run for his money. If he comes back, he'll be easier to handle. I'm going to use this firepower to try and counter some of these ground attackers.
Attention all fighters. Enemy bombers detected. Destroy them.
Heavy fighters coming back. There we go. That's how you do it. That heavy is still pretty upset at me. Whew. Man, he wants a piece. Did I get him again? No, I did not. Ah. Oh well. I'm willing to bet I hit him at least. Love to be able to see his health. It's one of the problems with the German rockets is they're just not as good as the American F-94D. And apparently I only fired 2 of them. That's my problem. I should have fired all 3. Spam that button, but it doesn't quite do what you were hoping for. We did, and man, if we would have launched all 3, we would have got him. Yeah, I gotcha, I gotcha.
Hang in there. You'll soon be cut off from support. I say again, support will not be available. The command centers are under our control. Communication with the headquarters
There we go.
established. We have complete control of the skies. Way to go.
I do like this plane. These cannons are unique to this airframe.
Keep it up.
I do not want to sit behind this guy for an extended period of time. I just don't have the hit points to mess with him. Oh geez, the Heavy's back. For vengeance. And it's squall line nonetheless.
There's a heavy storm here. Unable to
Whew.
proceed.
And game over.
Do you copy?
Good game, good game.
Head back
Excellent fight. Let's go back to the hangar and take a look at how we did. As you can see, the real claim to fame with the BVPs is going to be that air-to-air rocket capability. That really is the thing that kicks this thing over the edge. And as much as it's hated, the tier 10 in this line, you lose all your maneuverability, but you retain similar speed characteristics. But you get a massive amount of rockets, and they're actually mounted around the nose, so it's kind of cool to see, but that's a story for another time. Let's just take a look at this airframe, see how we did. We killed a total of 9 aircraft. We ended up getting a Rocketeer out of that. Seldom do I fly this and not get a Rocketeer. Oh, and Death Now was in the game. It's one of my teammates over there. Sweet. Yep, so Batwing, very neat design. The concept of essentially an engine with a cockpit sitting on top of it. It reminds me a lot of... Where are you at? This little guy, right here. Just a jet engine, except in the case of this airframe, the BVP 210 is actually mounted on a full-size jet engine instead of kind of a microjet. And those cannons, let's take a look real quick. These are unique to the airframe. Only the BVP 210 and the 212 get these guns, and you're looking at 200 damage a second, 2,625 feet. And when you get to the 215, this has the same, the gun has the same numbers, but it's going to have 4 of them. So it's like every tier you go up, you essentially get another gun added to the airframe. You start out with 2 30mm cannons, the Mark 108s. They're not great because they're 108s, but you're on a more nimble platform, so comparing it to the 262 at tier 8 that carries 4 of those guns, your damage output's not going to be the same, but you're on a much more nimble base, so it's a little bit easier to maneuver, but do suggest getting those guns as soon as you can. The engine's actually carried over for me from the 1092, the 262 HG2, as well as my ME 1099B2. Once you get the full JUMO 004C engines unlocked. Those are going to be the top engines for all of your airframes going down all of these lines, so we're pretty much set. The only change here is that the 212 gets this HES engine. Not sure what this is. I'll look into it when I unlock this airframe. But each one of these has their own kind of rocket capability. And the air-to-air rockets, like I said, on the 215, you go up to 56 of these rockets compared to the 24 we're sporting now. So you get a bunch of volleys from it, and they're actually honeycombed around the engine intake on the front of the 215. So that'll be fun when we get there. But so far, I'm liking the Batwing, and I think that they're a very cool airframe, and I'm probably going to keep this thing around for quite some time. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll catch you in the next one.
Always getting closer. I'm marching till it's over.